Good morning, everybody, and God bless you as you are coming in. I'm a few moments tardy today, but I'm here. So good morning, and God bless you as you're entering in. I'm Tameaka Reid. This is Awaken in the Word. I can't see a thing. What we do here is we rise and shine in the Word of God. I have a really good word for you today. It may be probably more for me than it is for you, but I pray it's a blessing to you. Let's share this broadcast. Nia Bailey, good morning to you. Lisa McGuthrie, good morning. Good morning. I gotta come visit you. Good morning. Davida Michelle, good morning. Lois, good morning, darling. Victoria Davis, good morning. Persephone, good morning. If you guys are in the greater Cleveland area and you want to come hang out for Bible study tonight, my dad's teaching. He's always most interesting, always very entertaining, very enlightening. He makes you think. He makes you ask questions. So you're welcome to join us for Bible study tonight at Lee Memorial. I don't know what this hood is doing. Lee Memorial AME Church on East 105. So good morning and God bless you. Welcome on in. Martha Everett Brown, good morning to you. Cicely, good morning. Leah, good morning. Mary, good morning. Stacy, Maribel, Lisa, good morning. So Riley's in the Delta Cotillion, right? It's our daughter. She's in the Delta Cotillion, and some of the ladies who are over the committee, Riley had to go report, turn in her ads, and they said we watch the broadcast. So good morning, Miss Joanne. And she was like, I love it when you say good morning. And and I think about it. How many of us go through life and people just don't exchange pleasantries? Periscope is up. It's up. I'm here. I'll try it again. If we don't, it's up. People were talking. I think. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't bother it. But I was thinking about the fact that we don't exchange pleasantries. Sometimes we are so busy moving through life and texting and emailing and such that we just don't take a minute to engage. Her name is April Linder, Linder, April Linder. And so, I love you was wonderful. We need to get that out there too. Let's put some hearts out in the atmosphere. But just to say good morning, let me know that you care about me. Let me know you see me. Good morning. Good morning. So good morning to everybody. Look at all these good mornings. Y'all overdoing it. I love it. They letting us have it in YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well wishes. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Good morning. Pray that this is an awesome morning for you. Good morning. Doesn't good morning just make you happy? Good morning. Heather said, good morning, loves. Good morning. Good morning. This coffee is making my morning good, too. Good morning. I haven't had coffee in the morning in a couple days, and this is blessing my whole life. So, let's get the love in the atmosphere. It's important. It's important. I went off on a tangent on good morning. My bad. There's a word from the Lord this morning. I promise you, He woke me up with it. We're going to be talking about relax and release. Relax and release. We got a couple of announcements. I'm going to do it real fast. The Awaken Prayer Retreat. Put a 1 up if you're on your way. If you're on your way to Cleveland, November 15th and 16th. If you're on your way to the Awaken Prayer Retreat, November 15th and 16th, put a 1 up. I want to see you here. I am going to be doing work all day on the retreat. So I'm super excited. The Lord's given me such great content to share. And if you've never been to an Awaken Prayer Retreat, we have so much fun with each other. We engage. We wear, see what I have on? My normal morning attire. Sweats. Well, these are leggings, sweatshirts. You can come just like this to the Awaken Prayer Retreat. And it's not churchy. Yep. Charlize is coming. It's not churchy. It is a relaxed atmosphere where we can breathe, where we can spend time with one another, where you can be touched. I'm so touchy-feely. I'm all in everybody's face. Kathy Willis is touchy-feely. She all in your face, hugging you. You can't move. I mean, it's just good energy. And we share and we receive from the Lord. Shabrell, you coming? No way. We receive from the Lord and we learn so much. And then we have midnight prayer. Oh my gosh. Put a one up if you have ever just experienced midnight prayer in your own space where you're not up worrying and walking the floor, but you actually set an atmosphere to engage with the presence of the Lord. It's so good. It is so good. So we do that. We eat little food and we enjoy one another. But we learn so that when we go back home, it's in Cleveland, Ohio, November 15th and 16th. All the information is at treidsims.com. But what we learn, so when we go home, we have tools and techniques to implement right away to make our prayer life more effective. You know, some of us aren't excited about prayer because we don't know how. We know how to worry. You know, we got to cast our cares part down real well. Where we can tell God everything about what's wrong. We do that well, but we don't know how to enjoy his presence. And so it's going to be good. And it caps at 40. So once we hit 40, that's it. We close it because we need room to be intimate. We won't want to be in there packed like sardines. We need room to be intimate. All right. I said quick announcements. The other thing, we are actively engaged in an effort to give relief to our brothers and sisters who've been impacted by Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas, the Great Bahamas Island. And so what I'm asking for each of us to do is to go by the awakenfamily.org. Get the address. Davita has so kindly put it up in each of our platforms for us. Hi, Faith. She's put the address in each one of our. Faith, you got me excited. That's my train of thought. She's given us the address. We're asking that you would put a box in the mail with some toiletries, dry things like deodorant, bars of soap, baby wipes, things like that, toothpaste, toothbrushes, combs, brushes, things that you need, things that can't be damaged in transport or explode in transport because of the heat. So we're asking that you send those things to the address that we've given below. Can you please let me know? Put in some emojis or something if you've already put a box in the mail or you're planning to put a box in the mail. Do that. Please and thank you. If it were you on the receiving end, you would hope that somebody would send you a toothbrush. You would hope that somebody would send you a change of underwear. You'd hope that somebody would send you some flip-flops. So please put a package in the mail. We are transporting these things to Fort Lauderdale and they are being shipped over. Also, if you know, I'm not ever going to the post office. Don't count on me for that. Give your gift. Give a financial gift to theawakenfamily.org. Every single donation that comes in from now until the end of October. We're doing this all month long. Every single donation that comes in to theawakenfamily.org or the Cash App, The Awaken Family, that is going toward diapers, feminine hygiene products, and water. And anything else that our brother there, who's on the grounds, determines that we need. And so Melissa Lawrence is on our YouTube. She's in our YouTube Awaken Family. She has a brother, Glenn, who's on the ground there, who is actually going door to door, determining what the elderly need, and he's targeting single family homes, single families, parents with children, single family homes. He's really targeting those households to make sure they have some stuff, to make sure they have what they need. So thank you for giving. And I would ask that you don't forget. You know, we get offline and we get busy and we forget. But as soon as you get off today, leave your gift. Leave your gift if you can. Or, prepare to go to the post office within the next day or so. Please, and send your gifts. All right, there's a word. Father, we thank you for your word. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for how you lead us through your word. We thank you for how you calm us through your word. You calm our spirits and you encourage us. And so we thank you for your word this morning. We know that it will enrich us and make life better. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so we are in Hebrews chapter 3. No, Hebrews chapter 2. We're in Hebrews chapter 2, and we're going to be in verse 15, and then we're going to jump down to verse 18. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 15 and verse 18. And what's happening is this. Paul is bringing to our remembrance the sacrifice that was made for us and why we can relax and we can release because of the sacrifice that was made. So Paul's talking to us, and I would implore you to read the entire verse. Read the entire chapter of Hebrews chapter 2. We're not on tomorrow, so maybe this will be your engagement tomorrow, that you would hear me expound upon it this morning, and then tomorrow from 8:30 to 9, use that time to go back and read. Hey, LaShawn. All right, so verse 15 reads this way. If I can find it. I swear these words, these little numbers get smaller and smaller on me. All right. Actually, I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up to 14 and 15. Inasmuch as then the children have partaken of flesh and blood, inasmuch as we are flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared in the same. Jesus took on flesh. That through death he might destroy him, the enemy, who had the power of death, that is the devil, and release those, you and me, through fear of death, where all their lifetime they were subject to bondage. So let me back up and read that again. Inasmuch then as the children have partaken of flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared in the same, that through death he might destroy him who had the power of death, that is the devil, and release those whose fear of death were I backed up. And release those who through fear, I'm distracted. Who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. I'm sorry, y'all. I jacked that all up. The people were in bondage because the enemy exposed them to fear. All right, and then verse 18. For in that he himself has suffered, being tempted, that he is able to aid those who are tempted. So Jesus put himself in a place of being a man, being in flesh, so that he could experience what we experience, so that he could halt the enemy and his attempt to suffocate us with fear, distract us with fear, overwhelm us with fear, right? And he says, for in that he himself suffered, and being tempted, he is able to aid those who are tempted. He became tempted so that he could help you in your temptation. All right, now where am I going with that? The enemy knows your weak point. He knows where you're suffering. He knows where you're stressed. He knows where you feel overwhelmed. He knows where you're burdened. He knows the very thing that will tempt you to be afraid. He knows the very thing that will tempt you to be frustrated. He knows the very thing that will tempt you to revert back to what you used to do and who you used to know. He knows what buttons to push. That's what the word says. And so Jesus took on flesh. He exposed himself to being in that position of being tempted. You should do this, Jesus. You should turn these stones into bread, Jesus. If you jump, Lord, I'll let you have everything you see. There's an easier way. You don't have to die. He's been exposed to temptation. And he says, I came to conquer that so that you don't have to fall into the temptation, into the traps that the enemy is setting. I find it interesting that that the New King James Version reads, and release those. He came to die to release those, who through fear of death were in bondage their entire life. And maybe we're not fearing death per se, the natural death, but we fear the death of our businesses. We fear the death of contracts that we may have landed. We sometimes fear the fact that loved ones won't support us, won't love us in return. We fear that our finances won't stretch to take care of everything we need to do. We fear being alone. We fear taking advantage of opportunities because those opportunities take us out of our comfort zone, force us into a life of faith. And so the word says that he came to deal with the enemy. He died to deal with the enemy so that we would not have to be in bondage to fear. Live a life of bondage. Live a life beneath our means. So, the word of the Lord this morning to us is relax. It's okay. You will not be overcome by this. You will not be overtaken by this. I do care about where you are right now. I do care about your outcome right now. I do have a plan to bring you out of the place you're in. I do have a plan to deal with that thing you're afraid of. He doesn't want us afraid, or he will have died for nothing. If we succumb to fear, then it means we don't value the sacrifice. If we succumb to anxiety, it means we really don't value the sacrifice. If we wake up worried and go to bed worried, it means we are not trusting the Lord at his word. That he will take care of us. That he will provide for us. That he will cover us. That he will protect us. That he will strengthen us. That he will make our crooked places straight. Worry means I don't trust his word. And some of us don't trust the word because we don't read the word. Every single day, you got to get this word in your spirit. You got to get it in your spirit. You got to read it. You have to. And it's not enough for me to interpret it for you or your pastor to interpret it for you. You got to read it for yourself. Oh, yes. Read it for yourself. This morning he says, hey, everything you've been through, everything you've been exposed to, every emotion that tries to trip you up, I've had it. And I've overcome those emotions. And I've overcome those circumstances. So that you can. So lean into him today. Lean into him today. All right? Put him on up. If you are going to notify your worry, not today. Not today. Faith comes by hearing. Hearing. And today you have heard that Jesus is enough to get you through wherever you are. Jesus is enough to help you. This is the word. He is able to help those who are tempted to be worried, tempted to be stressed out, tempted to feel insecure, tempted to go back, tempted to stop trusting, tempted to stop believing, tempted to stop reading. He's able to help those who are tempted. He wants to help you today. Yeah. So personal testimony. It was I was actually joking about it on Sunday, but I was serious. All at the same time, I was talking to a young man who I know the Lord is calling out of his comfort zone. And I said, you remember when Peter, he noticed that might be Jesus out there in the middle of the sea. That might be him. And he said, Lord, if that's you, bid me to come. And Jesus was like, all right, come on. And he stepped out of the boat and he began to walk on water. And I know this is true for many of us for this season of life where God is calling you to walk on water. He's calling you to a place where you can't see the bottom. He's calling you to trust him into a new position where you may not have the experience. He's calling you into new contracts. He's calling you into new positions. He's calling you into new territory. And you should go. You don't have to give God your yes, but you should. He said, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come. Let me walk on this water. And he stepped out of the boat. And he began to put one foot in front of the other. And before you know it, he looked around and he realized something miraculous is happening here. Something beyond my control is happening here. Something beyond my understanding is happening here. Yeah. And I'm really looking at life right now and I'm kind of feeling the same way. Something beyond my control is happening here. Something beyond my understanding is happening here. If God doesn't help me, I'm in trouble. If God doesn't permit me to walk on water, I'm in trouble. And then you'll get to the place where not only are you walking on water, but you done called other people to walk on water. Listen, his word is, I've overcome everything and I'm able to help you. I've overcome everything and I'm able to help you. Relax. Release the fear. Release the tension. Release the worry. Release the need to control. And trust him. When I tell you I am preaching to the choir right now, if nobody says amen, I will. God will bless you so much that you realize you're not in control of your life. Yeah. And that's really where I am. I've been blessed to the point where I know it's not me. And if I want to maintain what he's blessed me with, I have to keep walking on water. I can't afford to look down. I can't afford to look back. I can't afford to fall into temptation. Temptation to wonder, how is it all going to happen? Where are the resources coming from? I can't afford to worry. I just have to keep walking. Relaxing. Releasing in him. Release the worry. Release the cares. Release the need to be in charge. God is for you. God is for you. And I want you to repeat that to yourself. Let's just put it up in the chat box before we leave out of here. God is for me. God is for me. He's for me. I don't have to be in charge. He's in charge. I don't have to have all of the answers. He has them. God is for me. God is for me. God is for me. You whisper that to yourself all all day long. God is for me. God cares about me. God is right here with me. God is right here helping me parent these kids. He's for me. God is right here helping me, oversee this ministry. He's for me. God is right here helping me to be a good spouse. He's for me. God is right here helping me discern these contracts, discern, what I need to do. He's for me. God is for me. He's right here helping me make decisions, medical decisions. Which medication to take, what I don't need. He's for me. He's right here helping me to really sort through my relationships. Who belongs in this season, who doesn't. God is for me. Sheena says he's my master teacher. He is for me. He's not going to have us out here looking crazy, representing him. We're walking around talking about Christians, but we can't overcome in any area. He's not going to have it. So relax today. Relax in him. Relax in his experience. Relax in his wisdom. Relax in his counsel. Relax in his safety. Relax in his provision. God is for you. And that's enough. And it's enough. So with that, we're going to go have a wonderful day today. We're going to be productive today. We are going to work hard. We are going to put our hands to the plow. I know if you are under the sound of my voice, God has given you something to do today. You have something to do today. You have tasks to complete today. You have reading to do today. You have businesses to tend to today. You have ministries to tend to today. You have family to tend to today. You got bills to write today. You have things to do, and I pray that you prosper in the things that God has called you to do today. Go be prosperous. Do not worry. Do not stress. You do what you can, and you let God do what you cannot. You trust God to complete what you cannot. You trust God to handle what you cannot. All right. Love you with the love of the Lord. And I pray that you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Don't forget, please go by the post office. Pull some things together and get a box ready. The address is in this chat box on each platform. So you can scroll through, or you can go to the awakenfamily.org and get the address. Please, let's send our packages, clothing items, at least 5 clothing items, and toiletries if you can. Shoes, flip-flops, sandals if you have them. There are people who have lost everything and are literally starting from scratch. All right. So thank you for sending your love. Thank you for your donations so that purchases can be made. Purchases of feminine hygiene products and diapers. There are babies over there that need diapers, and we can help. We can send $5 to help. We can send $2 to help. We can send $20 to help. So whatever you do makes a difference. And so I thank you for not forgetting. Sending out sundresses today. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. And thank you for mentioning that, Victoria. Weather appropriate clothing. As the Bahamas is warm. So shorts, t-shirts. Thank you. Thank you for whatever you're sending. It will make a difference. Okay. Oh, goodness. My phone is ringing. All right, y'all. I gotta run. I love you. We will see you on Friday. Remember, we are our new schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Awaken in the Word. All right, everybody, take care.